Welcome to the Flow of Life Tarot. We are going to look at your messages for today, intended for your highest good and greatest well-being. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and we're going to look at the Wandering Star Tarot. I'm going to do the flow, so past, present, and future of your current flow. These are the energies that are with you right now, immediately around you, and moving forwards with you. Three of Swords, the Star, which is healing, the Five of Wands. Okay, so you're surrounded by this energy that carries grief and heartache right now, and I feel that this has come from competitive energy that has been in excess. Too much battling, too much heartache, even if that's internal struggle, head and heart conflict. It's caused too much grief and sorrow. Yes, it's good to stand our ground. Yes, it's good to be in our power. Yes, it's good to speak up for ourselves. Yes, it's good to have healthy debate and healthy competition. But there's that tipping point where it can cause heartache and grief, whether that's internally or within our relationships with one another, or even our relationship to our life or our goals or our purpose, which I'm feeling perhaps more so with this. So there's something that's been a tug of war. Right now, as you stand, you're in this healing energy, the Star. So you do have the opportunity to transmute and transform this energy. In the traditional Rider-Waite, we see the angelic being or the female figure with these, I wonder if I can find it, with the let's have a look, 1 foot on the earth and grounded. There we go. So the Star in the traditional Rider-Waite, we have 1 foot in the water of emotions and 1 foot grounded on the earth, and she is nourishing both the waters and the earth. So there is this balance that comes with the Star energy, and the healing that comes with it. Obviously, healing comes from balance. So there has been something that's out of balance, something that's been off kilter, that's caused this heartache in your recent past. I was taking past, present, future, but I feel that this is, as I was shuffling, it's the energy that's around you, and this is where you're at now. So I do feel this message is bringing this opportunity for awareness, because you may not fully know what this heartache is about. You may not have fully identified the competitive energy in your world. It can be a mindset that is simply like, I have to do this, I have to do that, and you're not perhaps realizing the damage that mindset is. That it might be more aggressive and harmful than is necessary. You may think it's coming from a good place, but it can be causing heartache and problems in your relationships. But with this Star energy, we have healing, so it's very positive. Yeah, 4 of Wands. So this can be about family and home and community. So this is perhaps something where something within a relationship or a group or a dynamic, what was perhaps intended as playful competitive energy has turned into heartache and sorrow. And there is this opportunity now to bring this healing to this, bringing this light of awareness to it, and bringing the repair to the community, bringing that union, which is often about honouring ourselves and honouring our own freedom and others. We don't control or possess one another as much as the ego may like to believe that's possible. It's an illusion of the mind to create a construct of safety, albeit a false construct. The idea is, there isn't malice within that, but it is a false construct. But once we realise that the false construct is there in order to perhaps heal something that feels vulnerable or exposed, then we can deal with that rather than create a false construct of control around other people, around our relationships, around our interactions. Again, the word control is really illusionary. Yet, if we are using that, we can control ourselves by bringing awareness to ourselves in that sense, not in the control forcing sense, but in the guiding with compassionate sense, and that self-parenting, which I'm getting here with this card as well, this Four of Wands specifically. This could be a long time healing. This may not be recent, but maybe this energy of competitiveness is shown that it's been there for quite some while. I'm getting like a splinter that's been in deep. So this really, I feel, is connecting to ancestral and family of origin patterns that may have been reflected through other relationships and experiences, and are now coming into vision. I mean, you may have done plenty of work, but I just feel that they're coming into vision specifically with this message. There is something here for you, even if you have done a lot of the work. Just going to see if there's something. Yeah, the Emperor. So I think for some this may be very much to do with patriarchal type issues. You know, as with the tarot, there is no good or bad card. It depends on the context and the information and the message that's coming through. And with this, I'm specifically getting that it's to do with sort of patriarchal energies. You know, and that isn't just men or those who identify as men. Patriarchal energy, although moved in the sort of masculine side of things, is something that we all can or have at various levels absorbed within ourselves. So it's a loosening and a releasing of that patriarchal energy that we've kind of grown up and surrounded by in one way or another. We can see the extremes in others. It's very easy to see these things in others. That's why we get activated or triggered by others. So that's a useful mechanism. And it's a useful mirror for us. It's very easy to see the extremes externally in others. It's very easy to label and blame the others. But really, with that greater awareness, we can see that there are elements within self that perhaps have been in denial. And there is this, perhaps you may not even identify someone who has any patriarchal energy left within them, but you know, if this reading's coming up, then perhaps there is something for you to look at within you. There is still some of those energies that have been internalized and you are still not fully aware of. And we've got this owl of wisdom on the shoulder, and it's white, so it makes me think of the dove of peace. So I feel this can be a very peaceful process. It doesn't need to be an antagonistic process of self-flagellation and beating yourself up, but just a gentle look at maybe where those energies of patriarchal energies are still running, operating in some way or another. Just with a sense of curiosity and playfulness. Not to go on the attack. And this is reminding me with the star energy that when we do this healing for ourselves, we are accessing those finessed layers for the collective. They become available. So as much as this may seem like small, inconsequential work or self-awareness, there is this reminder that it is flowing through the collective. And then we've got the moon, which I actually saw a minute ago when I put the cards down. So it is this gentle reminder of moving through our illusions, our preconceived notions, you know, the subconscious, which is represented by the moon, very much runs on programs, and that's not a good thing or a bad thing. And I use the word programs just as a description. There's nothing nefarious in that. It's just how it is. It's just easier for the whole mind-body system to have some certain processes that are automatic, like brushing your teeth, going to the bathroom, waking up, going to sleep, yawning, digesting food. There are certain things, I know that's a very bizarre mixture of examples, but there are certain things that it's just easier if the subconscious just has those patterns in place. Otherwise, you'd be thinking about everything all the time, which isn't necessary. And sometimes we can get the opportunity to review what our patterns and habits and programs are that are running us, and we get the chance to rearrange them. And this is what I'm seeing here, the sun, the moon, the stars. We haven't got the sun, but I'm getting the sense of there's a chance of everything here. A chance of, we've got 8 of Wands at the bottom. This is this time. This is a very potent time to take a look at these programs, subconscious patterns. We do have a new moon coming up at the time of recording. So this is timeless as ever. Yeah, Page of Wands. So there is new information, new inspiration coming through at the moment. Just want to see if there's any more information about this star. 4 of Wands. And of course, the other thing is going through this process is also leading to that 4 of Wands, creativity, union and freedom as well as pointing to the areas where this may be occurring. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, okay. We're going to take the Moonology decks. So this star energy is really leaping out as being really powerful and strong right now. I think meditating on that energy, looking at the stars, look at your current natal chart and transits, if you're familiar with those. There's something about the stars specifically being very powerful right now. Obviously the archetypes can be seen with the planets and the zodiacs as well. Yeah, okay, this is what we've got here. Believe in the impossible. Yeah. Yeah, and these came up. I'm not going to just keep them, but the end of a tough cycle approaches as Capricorn, full moon. So that is a nod to the fact that things have been difficult. You are good enough, which has come up recently, and balancing spirituality and practicality. But really, this is what this is about. And we've got this beautiful wolf here howling at the moon. So take this energy and run with it, because there is so much unfolding, and believing in yourself and believing in the power of who you are, that gentle power, that gentle capacity to flow and be, allowing for this healing. Yeah, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, you're obviously feeling the changes in the weather. We're moving through the seasons, and this is a reiteration of that. There's something about looking at the night sky and looking at your astrology as well as the astronomy. It's going to be very powerful for you. Okay, I wanted to wrap it up there, but I'm actually going to get one more for this. 6 of Wands, yeah, victory. This is really just letting you know that this is a successful process. Triumph and victory is there within reach. And we've got this owl showing again, owl of wisdom. Believe in the impossible. Okay, you've got this. Victory is guaranteed. So be on your energy, be peaceful, be aware, and take care of yourself. Okay, see you soon.